Alright, you creepy perverts and necrophiliacs, necromancers out there. It's got to be a common mistake, surely. It's such a similar word. We're here for Challenge Rift 72. Your dear old uncle has been away for 5 or 6 days now. I had 4 really big musical events in a row. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I missed all of the BlizzCon amazing, exciting announcements. Anyway, we're going to talk about that in the next video, so make sure you come back, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button, because there's a lot that I want to talk about BlizzCon. I've been spending most of my time today catching up on all of the news, and whoa, there's a lot to talk about. And poker face right now, I'm showing no emotion, so you don't know what I'm thinking. Let's do the Challenge Rift first anyway. We'll talk about all the BlizzCon event stuff in the next couple hours. So, like I mentioned, we're going to have to be a a necromancer. It looks like a Corpse Lance build, the most cringeworthy build for me, the one that I dislike the most. Unfortunately, we got to do this so we can get our materials. So, we're going to quickly talk about the items and the bonuses you get for the set here for the Pestilence Masters Shroud sets. For 2 pieces, each corpse you consume fires a corpse lance at a nearby enemy, so we're going to be consuming corpses for extra corpse lance damage. For 4 pieces, each enemy you hit with bone spear, corpse lance, and corpse explosion reduces your damage taken by 2% up to a maximum of 50%, lasts for 15 seconds. This is the big problem when you first enter the Challenge Rift. Reason being, we don't have any of our stacks up. We're going to be very squishy and you can get one shot killed very, very easily. So first thing we need to do is start building up our stacks. We've got to start firing off bone spears, corpse lances, and exploding corpses as we go. We're going to have a bit of help with Land of the Dead there, but it's very critical to get those stacks up as soon as you can. Then the rest of the Challenge Rift is very easy. For 6 pieces, each corpse you consume grants you an empowered bone spear charge that increases the damage of your next bone spear by 3,300%. In addition, corpse lance and corpse explosion damage is increased by 1,650%. So again, we need to get those all important empowered stacks up, and then we're going to be doing a lot of damage as well as taking some all important reduction. So a very important item to mention, Ingeom, which reduces cooldown. That's going to definitely help with our Land of the Dead cooldown there. And basically what we're going to be doing, so Can I Cube, nothing really that's worth mentioning there. Land of the Dead here has a huge 120-second cooldown. So as soon as we activate this, all corpse skills can be used at will for the duration. So we've got a 10-second damage window. It'll last, Land of the Dead lasts for 10 seconds. Killing enemies extends the duration, but it still does wear off after a little while. The trick is, kill as many enemies as you can, extend the duration, and then we've got Ingeom to help us get that cooldown reduction down, and so we can activate Land of the Dead again. We've got a big damaging window. Along the way, we definitely want to be using Command Skeletons when we come across a new pack. We've got Blood Rush for mobility, Bone Spikes to regenerate our essence when we run out, and obviously Bone Spear is one of our primary damage dealers. And make sure that as soon as we activate Land of the Dead, get a Bone Spike out, get Bone Spears out to get that maximum damage reduction, and then you want to be spamming Devour as we're killing enemies. Because as you can see here for the 2-piece set, each corpse you consume fires a corpse lance at a nearby enemy. With Land of the Dead active, our corpse abilities cost nothing, so we're going to be spamming Bone Spear, spamming Devour, and that will in turn spam our corpse lance as well. So it's going to be pretty much a big lightning show of corpse lance and corpse spears all over the screen, and it does a hell of a lot of damage. The only problem with this build is the limited damage window there, and also it's so squishy, particularly at the start. Like I said, very important to get your damage reduction buffs up, then we're going to be right. So having a quick look at the passives here, Swift Harvesting, Fueled by Death, Commander of the Risen Dead, Draw Life. I think I've spoken about this enough. People tend to just want to see me play this Challenge Rift, so y'all know how to do it. I think I've explained enough about the damage reduction, and I think I've also spoken enough about the damage increasing here, so it shouldn't be a problem for any of y'all. Let's go and do this one together, and let's hear it for Diablo Immortal, coming soon to a mobile device or tablet. If you weren't disappointed, it's not only available on mobile devices, you can also play it on your tablets. Let's do it. Alright, we're in. So like I said, we got to get that damage reduction buff up. And make sure you're ultra careful. These spear throwers here, they will instantly kill you. So a few times I went in there, died, and then obviously got those stacks up. And then bang, once you get Land of the Dead up, make sure you spam your Bone Spear. And then also make sure you spam your Devour, and you'll just be bone spearing and corpse lancing all over the screen. It's super overpowered damage-wise. It's just annoying survivability-wise. It's not a playstyle that I enjoy at all. This is my least favourite playstyle for any class in the game. So annoying. I can't stand it. But anyway, I'm going to show you all how to do it so you can get your materials, keep on playing your seasons, and keep on enjoying your Diablo 3 experience. So like I mentioned, Diablo Immortal coming to a tablet or iPhone or Android device, mobile device near you. We're going to talk about that in my next video. And we just keep on progressing through here. Now, I just missed some orbs I realised there, but I don't want to go back. It's alright, we got this. I'm not going for some awesome, amazing time here. Just want to show y'all how to do it. Get this over and done with. And start talking about Diablo Immortal and BlizzCon, because, oh man, there's a lot to talk about. I pretty much spent all day today catching up on BlizzCon news and the big announcement of Diablo Immortal. For those of you that don't know what Diablo Immortal is, stay tuned for my next video. I've already mentioned it anyway, so I've already spilled the information, leaked it. But there will be a new Diablo game coming to a mobile device near you, which you can play on tablets as well. So there's just so much to talk about. I'm not usually one to talk. I'm more so into the gameplay side of things for my channel. I like to do build guides, set dungeon guides, you know, updated guides, challenge rifts every week. More into the gameplay, but there's so much to talk about, so much I want to discuss, and so much that I'm interested to hear from you guys in comments to see what y'all think about the recent announcements. Not missing those orbs, baby. And as you can see, challenge rift wise, like, even if you miss a couple orbs, this ain't no problem. Like, we're making pretty good time here. The trick is taking advantage of that 10-second damage window with Land of the Dead. Also not going to any dead ends. But survivability wise, most annoying damn build ever, I reckon. But if y'all struggling with this, like I said, focus on getting those stacks up. Once you get the damage reduction buffs up, then you can focus on your damage output. And what you have to do is keep an eye on the Land of the Dead buff, because once you activate that, just keep bone spearing, devouring, everything will die on your screen. Keep moving and keep a lookout on the Land of the Dead buff there. Like you saw, it was up. So with the cooldown reduction that we have, it's actually quite easy to get into Land of the Dead mode or activate it again. And then we got that damage, big damage buffs happening. I'm only doing this one run for this. We're nearly there already. Beautiful. It's a good one to actually get a competitive time out of, but because I dislike the playstyle so damn much, I'm just going to be in and out like the wind. Get this done. There's a lot to do today, a lot to talk about. Today's a day off. Thank God for Melbourne, Australia. If you live in Melbourne, Australia, you get a day off for a horse race. That's right. The perks of living in this particular city. There's a horse race on today, and you get a day off. It's a public holiday. How good is that? It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Like, I have no interest in horse racing. Oh, alright, here we go. So, having Land of the Dead up for the Rift Garden is definitely very good. And then we don't struggle at all in killing it. So that is how we do this week's Challenge Rift. Super easy if you know what you're doing. Very annoying when it comes to survivability. No doubt a lot of you are very annoyed with this build. And if you haven't played the Necromancer before and you have no knowledge about the Pestilence set, then you might be struggling. Your creepy damn uncle hopefully helped you and you can get your materials and keep on moving, baby. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be back very soon, like in a couple of hours. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Click the notification button so you get notified when videos come up. I'm going to be talking about BlizzCon, about some of the things that occurred, and definitely the big announcement of Diablo Immortal. We're going to be talking about the positives, the negatives, and some of the hardcore fan reactions to the announcement and things that happened throughout BlizzCon. It's been very interesting, to say the least, and it's had probably the most harsh reactions and the most, I guess, criticism that I've ever seen at any BlizzCon or game announcement ever. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen such controversy, criticism, and so many reactions to something before. But anyway, before I start rambling now, come back again in a couple hours or so, and we're gonna definitely talk about it. In the meantime, subscribe, keep coming back, leave me a comment below. Definitely give me a big thumbs up if this video was helpful to you, and definitely look forward to talking about BlizzCon in a couple hours time. See y'all then.